Hi, I'm Jared. I'm one of the product managers at FieldPulse, and today we're going to review the most recent product updates. Let's dive in. We've recently integrated with City Electric Supply, one of our preferred partners. They're a wholesale distributor of electric supplies such as conduits, cables, wires, things like that. So if you head over to create an invoice or an estimate and even a purchase order, you can click Create Invoice, and you can now do a handful of things. Add items directly to invoices, estimates, or purchase orders from City Electric Supply, which that means you have the pictures, the SKUs, the information, everything about the products directly within FieldPulse. So if I create an invoice and I click Add Item, you'll notice a new option if you've configured the City Electric Supply integration. Clicking this option, I can now search for a product. In this example, I'll search for a conduit, and it'll start loading the results. This does require an account with City Electric Supply. Reach out to one of the team members at FieldPulse and we can get set up for you if you have an account number. And once we have that configured for you, you can go ahead and start searching for and placing orders directly within FieldPulse. I'll go ahead and add a product at random. And you can see that immediately it adds to my invoice. And again, you can also do the exact same thing on estimates, but it automatically pulls in the item name, the description, and even the unit cost based on your cost that you have with City Electric Supply. I'll show you also on purchase orders how this looks. The process is really similar. So if you go to purchase orders and click Create Order, you'll see right here it defaults to City Electric Supply as your supplier, and I can enter in whatever order number I want, and this will be visible to City Electric Supply when I submit the purchase order. It defaults to your pickup address that you already have configured with them. And then from here, I can enter an order title like normal. So I'll put in order sample. And very similar to estimates and invoices, I can search for items here. So I'll search for conduit again. So the difference with the purchase order process versus estimates and invoices is you can actually, at the end of this, place the order directly with CES, which means they receive it, they get an email and all the information, and then they'll confirm that order with you. And of course, just like adding any other item, you can report on the item usage from the supplier, just like any of the other suppliers. So from here, I can click quick add, whatever products I want. And you can see that I've created a purchase order specifically for City Electric Supply. Next, we have a handful of notification updates. We're really excited to introduce automatic invoice reminders. So you can already download outstanding and unpaid balances and send them as a PDF to your customers. But now if you navigate to company settings, customer communications, and notification settings, if you head to the invoice section, you'll notice a new toggle right here that says send an email reminder with a PDF of all overdue and unpaid invoices on the 1st of the month. This means if it hits January 1st, February 1st, so on and so forth, all customers across the board will receive an email reminder to pay all unpaid balances. And again, this is for anything overdue and anything that's a partial amount that has been unpaid. Another notification option we added recently is templated notifications whenever you're sending communications to your customers. You probably already have the templated email triggers set up, such as thank you for a payment or an estimate follow-up. So once you have those configured here from your company settings, the next time you go to an estimate or an invoice and you want to send a communication to the customer, such as a reminder to pay or a thank you message or a review, whatever it might be, you'll notice the option to add a template. So whenever you go to send to customer, you'll notice right here, we have the import template option. Previously, you had to manually type out and remember every single time what exactly you wanted to say to your customer. Now, instead, you can click import template and choose from all of your templates, and it fills in this information automatically. This should save you and your team a bunch of time, so that way you don't have to remember every little word that you want to mention to your customers. We've made one new improvement to recurring billing. Previously on recurring billing, you could choose various frequencies for how often you wanted to bill your customer. But now if you go to recurring billing, create a new recurring billing option, which could be attached to a maintenance agreement or a recurring job, you'll notice in the invoice frequency dropdown, there's now an option for every 28 days. This isn't to be confused with the 28th day of the month. This is every 28 days on a rolling basis. What this allows you to do if you're in commercial cleaning or have a subscription-based service such as lawn maintenance, or any type of maintenance agreement, this means that every 28 days you can bill a customer. This gives you 13 billing cycles within every calendar year rather than 12, so it helps with cash flow and just keeps more of an accrual basis going on, so that way you can continue serving customers while investing in your business. For those of you using inventory, we've released an inventory audit report. The inventory audit report can be accessed by going to the reporting section of the FieldPulse app, Invoices, And then the second to last option is inventory audit. So imagine you're working with a really large team and you're doing an inventory count and you notice that something is missing, or maybe you have a surplus of items. Generating this report, you can select if you want regular or serialized inventory items. You can select a date range. In this case, I've chosen the past 30 days. And once I run this report, I can immediately see the name of each item that has had a fluctuation in either direction in inventory. I can see the date and time of that change, the quantity before the change and the quantity after. I can see which inventory hub was impacted and the type of change. Now, this is really important. We have a few different ways that inventory can be adjusted within FieldPulse automatically based on you invoicing the customer. So that would be this example here, the invoice deduction, or order replenishment, because you can set up auto replenishment of items with purchase orders. And the third option would be manually adjusted. So that might be if an admin or an operator at your company directly goes into the inventory and says, there's not 5 of these, there's 6. If you scroll over, you can see who made the change and what invoice, if there is an applicable invoice, was associated with it. So this is perfect if you have any questions with inventory. Why did this thing move? Who moved it? And when did they move it? If you're an existing customer with FieldPulse, check out our Help Center to learn more about these product updates. And if you liked what you saw and you're not a customer, feel free to book a demo with us today. Thanks.